everyone. I am back to work. But today I had a meeting with my comercialista, my accountant, going over the numbers for the end of the year. And now it's always a joke because I'm like, tissue's ready. She's got this big thing of chocolates. And usually I go through about 4 or 5 of those, and definitely a certain amount of tissues. And it didn't happen today. I did ask if the tissues were there, but it wasn't necessary. And because we started going off on other conversations on things about which are things that are inspiring me, things that I'm excited about for the next year, how I see things coming out, and it gives it a whole different perspective from going like, oh my God, I've got so many taxes to pay. It's just completely. And I also wanted to share with you, I've been reading this book that I actually grabbed when I was at my mom's place because an ex-coworker of hers wrote it. And I thought, this is not the type of book you read. It's called The Vagabond, The Inner Child, something like that. And I was reading it, and he had an interesting practice, which I really enjoyed. I think we're going to integrate it. I have already integrated it into my life, but I'd like to integrate it also into other people's lives. And this is how it works. He calls what he gave, anyway, I'm going to go he. It's called a shifting stone. I'm sure we can give it many things, but I think everybody has a little stone. I happen to have a rose quartz heart that I had gotten when I was probably in Australia or probably before. I don't have a few of these floating around. And you can take any kind of stone. It doesn't have to be a crystal or anything, but of course those have different properties as well. So if anybody knows about that. The practice is that when is to, first of all, I think it's just, it's recognizing where your thoughts go. And I think when you recognize where your thoughts go and you integrate it with something physical, it helps to ground the process of being more present, especially in where your thoughts are. So the idea is when you put the stone in your left hand, when you're thinking about things that you don't want, like, I don't want to have problems with money. I don't want to have difficulties. I don't want to have this pain that I'm feeling in my body. And everything you don't want, you sit there and you're basically releasing it into the stone. You're letting the stone disintegrate everything that you do not want. And then when you're ready and you've gotten rid of everything you don't want, you shift it to your right hand. And this is especially reserved for what you do want. So it also helps you to turn that conversation around into, I would like a life of freedom, peace, and ease. I would love to be in love with everything that I do every single day of my life. I would love to be immensely happy. I would love to be feeling every single emotion that I'm meant to feel, knowing that it's just part of the process without getting particularly attached to how that shows up for me. And you can go on and on. Of course, I'm just giving you some examples of what would be mine. And that's it. So this is the objective. Carry your little stone around with you. Make it small enough so that it could fit in a pocket. I have it in my purse pocket, in somewhere where it's convenient for you that you know you can always have it. And when you have a moment, it doesn't take a long time. Take this little, I want to say, practice of presence there. It wasn't coming out right. It was a presence of practice. Practice of presence. And I don't know why. I put it in my left hand so I could steer. So maybe I don't want to have an accident on the road. And I want to be more present. There we go. That's my share for today. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.